All right, we are going to determine whether tables are functions or not functions. So just like we did the vertical line test for graphs, we have the input-output test for tables. Okay, and when we are looking at tables, we want to ignore the y values or the output values. So you can kind of cross them off, cover them up. We don't care what's going on the y's. We only care what's happening on the x's. So taking a look at these two tables here, notice that none of these numbers are repeating. Okay, each one is different. So that's what makes it a function. But over here we have the 4's repeat. So that's what makes it not a function. So if the x's repeat at any time, it is not a function. Okay, so for a couple examples, this first one, now remember what I said, we want to ignore the y's or the outputs, okay? And notice that none of these numbers repeat, so this would be a function. Okay, then number 2, again, cross off, ignore those y values. Okay, we don't have any repeating numbers, so this would also be a function. And then the third example, okay, notice we have the 2, the 2 repeats, and the 1's even repeat. Okay, so this one would not be a function. Okay, so we have these 2 functions and not a function. Let's do a couple more just to make sure we're on the same page. Okay, this first table, okay, again, ignore the outputs. Do we have any repeating numbers on the inputs? Okay, we don't have any repeating numbers, so that would be a function. Then we move on to number 2 here. Okay, we have the 4 actually repeats and the 1 repeats. So this would be no, not a function. Then we take a look at table 3. Okay, in table 3, we have no repeating numbers, so this one would be a function. And then finally, table 4, okay, no repeating, and then we repeat right here with the 1's. So that would have to be not a function. Okay, so just to kind of recap a little bit, just remember that we only care about the y or the x values. Okay, so only take a look at the x values. Don't worry about the y's. And if there are any repeating numbers, then it's not a function.